Alright, magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Mayong gabi sa tanan na naminaw dito sa Sports Corner PH, lalo na sa Visayas and of course sa Central Visayas and Negros Oriental kung saan nanggaling ating dalawang bisita natin ngayon, which is from the Philippine Roundnet team, ang kanilang mga team captains. Pag-usapan natin ang naging highlights and performances niya ng ating kupunan sa ating ARF Cup which was held last month sa Bali, Indonesia. Meron po tayong mga medalya na napalunan doon. So ipakilala po natin silang dalawa. So unahin natin ang team captain ng men's na si Marc Tubio. Mark, mayong gabi and thank you so much for joining us.
Mayong gabi, Gab. It's very nice to have this opportunity with you guys with Sports Center.
Alright, Sports Corner po. Sports Corner PH.
Sports Corner.
Alright, thank you so much. And sa women's team naman, ang kanilang kapitana, si Francis Navera. Mayong gabi.
Hello, good evening to everyone. Thank you so much, Sir Gab, for this opportunity and to the sports crew din na team.
Alright, thank you so much. And first of all, it's a pleasure to have with us here both sa ating programa. And congratulations sa mga medal finishes even though hindi tayo napala na makaginto. Pero kamusta na kayo? Dia, nakapagpahinga na ba o may along si Punks na galing kayo sa, of course, sa international stint? Mark, kamusta?
Yeah, it was a great experience. We had a whole week of rest. It was very tiring, 4 days straight yung laro namin. But yeah, it's an unforgettable experience talaga.
Francis.
Yeah, well, as for me po, Sir Gab, it was a very life-changing experience then because again, we were able to be exposed by the other Asian countries na medyo we were able to learn from them and as well as grow in the sport with their place. So I was really so happy to be a part of that first ever Asian Roundnet Federation Cup.
Alright, this is actually the inaugural edition niya ng ARF Cup. And as we all know, this delegation na pinadala natin sa Bali is mostly coming from Negros Oriental. Na sabihin natin, it will be a center ng rounded sa bansa because majority of the players are coming there and plus may reinforcements din kayo from our city sa Metro Manila. Pero let's talk about the preparations. Gaano ba kataas yung level ng inyong training and inyong preparedness towards the goal of making it into the top podium amidst the top competition by the other countries, Mark?
Well, first of all, we would like to give thanks to our sponsors that help us with, of course, having us to work out in a specific gym here. But when it comes to preparation, I have to admit that it wasn't an all-out preparation, and I believe we weren't prepared for how prepared Taiwan was, and they were unexpectedly good. And I'd say for next time that we would do better, of course. And now that we know how the other countries perform and skill level, I will make sure, or we will make sure that we're gonna give a better experience next time.
At kita natin sa training, persevere kayo, nagpursige kayo, they do the hard work and continuous the efforts ng ating team natin para maibigay yung best outing natin. Ano masasabi nyo na of course, nanaig pa rin yung work ethics sa samaan as one team, lalo na alas magkakasama kayo lagi in every training program na binigay sa inyo ng coach and every mga scrimmages na ginagawa ninyo, Francis?
Well, I would really say that although we did lack of parang mga resources, like for example, having a consistent schedule to really work on our skills, it was still a collective effort from the team. We had that same determination na para mag-give talaga namin yung best for the competition. So I would say that even though we lack the resources, we still worked hard together with it.
Oo nga eh, kahit limited ang resources na binigay ng Roundnet Philippines sa campaign, at least na-produce naman kayo ng mga medals na iuwi ninyo. And of course, as team captains, Francis and Mark, ano ba mga learnings na napulot nyo in every training, in every scrimmages, in every tournaments before the competition to encourage yung teammates to keep up the fight and to believe in themselves?
I guess the learning namin, actually we actually play almost every day here. We play in a specific area. It's Rusi Ball Field, and we're there every single day. And what I learn is that I think the playing part is we've had enough of that, and I think what we needed the most was the real training, the real program, the drills needed for the sport, and more of that, more on polishing errors, more on polishing like the skill needed. For example, the setting, the serving, um, the receiving, and all. Because I think there was it's a very um little gap, and it's on like the minor things of the skill that you need of the sport. So I think I know, or we think we know how to approach this next time. What about you, Franny?
Well, I think for me po, I think all of us were able to identify our strengths and weaknesses regarding the plays that we did. So hopefully this identification will guide us future training and development. So just as what Mark explained a while ago. And then we also parang realize na it's also important to be able to adapt and be resilient, especially in high pressure situations. Kasi I think we were able, parang sa women's and sa mixed division, um, high pressure talaga yung nakapunta kami sa finals. And so we have to work on our mindset as well. So I think we need to stay calm and be composed para bring out pa rin namin yung game namin despite of the pressure. And of course, finally, I would also say that we were able to observe the level of competition and professionalism in the tournament. So that's very important for us to be able to compete at that level, and then hopefully ma-bring din namin yan sa Worlds next year.
Okay, so Dumaguete kayo nagte-training camp during the duration before the tournament?
Opo.
Opo.
Alright. So may nakikita ba kayong improvement sa techniques and consistency sa bawat games, and to adapt nga yung mga training standards na binibigay sa inyo ng mga coaches?
Is it after the event? After the event, or
Before the event po.
yes. I would say with more or less 2 years of being in the community, I would say that we have rapidly improved. I guess it's because most of our players here are young, or are in their youth, or students, which they have a lot of time to to spend their time on practicing. But me especially, or us, Franny, we see the rapid improvement of our players here compared to But it was also thanks to the visits that we had before. For example, last year we had a Canadian team, but they're Filipinos, and they came here last November, and they did a small clinic, and they were able to teach us a variety of things like the serving, the setting, and then Buddy Hammond and Clark Marshall, which is the world champions for 2022. They also came here last April and gave us some tips on defensive styles. So every time we get like influence from people outside our country, there is that change from the players, and I really can say that we've improved a lot. And yeah.
Okay. So before the tournament, nagkaroon kayo ng fundraising efforts, and of course, meron ding pa-tournament just Dumaguete para makapag-ambagan sila ng pondo para sa pagpunta nyo sa Bali. Ibiro talaga na makapag-fundraise niya at makapag-reach yung target na pondo ninyo. Pero ang kapalit is of course mga medalya na papalanunan. So, appreciated ba yung mga ginawa ng mga sponsors and of course yung mga taong tumulong, even those anonymous donors niya sa campaign ninyo, Frances?
Opo, opo, Sir Gab. We the Roundnet Philippines really posts about their sponsors and also acknowledging them with regards to the support that they have given to the athletes, and even kami as players we were able to gather support as well, not only from the RP but also then sa aming family and friends. So we really showed our appreciation by honoring them with our achievements, and then as well as um posting them on our social media
By the way,
on the
first
different
time kayong dalawa na makapaglaro sa international?
no po, Mark and I have also been to Taiwan kasi yung sa ARF Cup parang siya yung last na,
Yeah,
how do I explain that, Mark? Like
it's
there are
the
different
championship.
stops there are different
Mm.
stops before yung sa Bali. So there's like a Japan stop, Taiwan stop, Indonesia stop before yung sa Bali, Sir Gab. So Mark and I were able to participate in the Taiwan stop before the Bali. So yun then I think that also helped us in terms of like um teaching or parang giving tips and advices to our teammates sa national team, because we're able to know na how the Taiwanese or how the other countries play. And so yun, because of that experience, we were able to adjust and then adapt the strategies to our games.
Okay, okay. Sa assessment time naman po tayo. Nanalo tayo third place sa men's, second place in women's, and of course, second place din sa mix, and of course, yung sa open. Women's, I think, bronze medal, no?
Opo, yes.
Alright. Ibigay niyo sa amin ang naging assessment and what are the factors kung bakit maganda pinapakitang laro ninyo, both the men's and women's team, kaharap yung mga foreign countries, pati ang host na Indonesia dito sa ARF Cup. Frances, ikaw muna for the women's team. Ano yung naging assessment ninyo in all divisions na sinalihan?
Um, well, for me and my team, actually yung sa women's, after our games, we were able to um really parang learn from our experience, because most of them hindi sila nakalaro with regards sa other Asian countries. So doon we were able to um parang assess now, we need to work more on our mindset first of all, and then second we need to work on with our skills such as yung sa serving. So parang kasi yung sa mga other players, they really give high pressure serves, and then kami kasi um most of us aren't doing that kasi we tend to think na we have to play on defense na lang. So, yun, we need to practice more on our service and also how we communicate with our partners as well. So, I think that one, and then we also need to work on then with our footwork, with our mobility, and how we're able to react regarding the sets or the plays that the opponent shows.
Okay, sa men's side naman, sa Mark.
Um, well, my assessment would be something would be related to um I think the fundamentals. Polishing lang talaga need namin, I think. Because when it comes to strength and height, we're kind of a disadvantage, I believe. But I see a lot of good players that really defied that. That's not because you're tall. It's not because you have a strong physicality. You get the win all the time. So for me, it's more on. Well, I guess it's just improving talaga. In the sport of roundnet, it's very similar to volleyball and ping pong. And I guess the most observed errors I see are the setting. So I've seen it, and I think that that we know how to really improve these players. And for now, I just really I'm grateful for the experience, and I believe everyone is grateful as well. And right now, we're just gonna be using this as fuel for the next one. And we know as what Franny said, we already know the capacity or their ability to play the sport, and now we just have to take that all in and um make a strategy or a counter attack of how to win that next one.
Ay, sorry na unmute
Uh,
ko konti. Ano masasabi niyo na nagbunga nga yung sacrifices sa perseverance and working as one team para makuha ang medalya kahit hindi tayo nakaginto? And of course, ito bang napanalunan ninyo, it will be a huge impact as a whole para sa improvement, sa development, and of course, sa pagpapalawak nga ng Roundnet sa bansa. Mark.
yeah, I strongly believe that Philippines has it. I believe that next time it's gonna be a different story. I really see the potential of the Filipinos. In spite of not as prepared as the other countries, having third place and second place for the women's. Yeah, I mean, if we perform that well, in spite of not having so much preparation, how much more if we really did, like way beforehand, and if so, yes, I think uh, for the next time it's gonna be a whole different story. What do you think, Franny?
Yeah. Yes. So actually the achievements that we did during the ARF Cup, it brings so much joy and honor talaga to to our country as well, because personally it's been my life, I mean a childhood dream not to be a national athlete to represent the country in any kind of sport, and now I'm here in Roundnet. And so these achievements make a significant impact talaga sa aming community, because they can serve as an inspiration to the young ones, to the athletes who would want to start a new journey in Roundnet. Or also this can bring recognition sa community namin here. Dumaguete is not known, is not a popular what do you call this one, city, but since because of our achievements we're able to put it on a pedestal. I mean, they Dumaguete is now recognized to be a city that cultivates sports in the youth. And then at the same time, I think this will also help us foster more support, especially sa sports and athletic programs that can lead to the unity here in our community.
Okay, so gaano ba ka-supportive ang ating community, not just in Dumaguete, but of course, the whole country na naka-cheer at naka-support sa inyo. Watch the games online, and it is truly a heartwarming support, ika nga, because you seen some social media message na nagpapayag ng mga congratulatory message para sa inyo and sa whole team. Ano masasabi niyo?
Well, I guess there are a lot, and there are a lot of support, I believe. And I understand that it is not as much as basketball or other sports that has already been there for such a long time. So as of now, you know, as of now that Roundnet has been here in the Philippines for 3 years, I believe we're getting enough support, and I hope that we will get more and more supporters out there, especially for the Worlds that's coming in September 2024.
Okay, so what's next for the team as the future goal would be the World Championships? What's the next plans for the team? Francis?
Well, first and foremost, we would really start talaga with our intensive training. I think Mark and I as team captains will be making or parang evaluating strategies to really um parang apply during sa World Championships, because of course parang that's another opportunity for us to take into, not an easy one, but definitely we're up for the challenge. So that's for one. And then at the same time, I think our community will continue to spread awareness about the sport so that we can still gather support, especially with the finances. Kasi I know World Championships, especially that would happen in London, that would be very expensive and would really cost a lot. So we need all the support that we can. Not just finances actually, but also um prayers, and then at the same time parang verbal encouragement as well. So to keep us motivated. So I think yan actually ang focus namin. So more of like the training and the spread of awareness sa sport namin. How about you, Mark?
Well, yeah. I guess well, I would really like to encourage, if there are you guys out there, listeners, that has been an athlete your whole life. I really encourage you to try around it, because we're also looking for for more players who could really you know potentially be part of the national team, and maybe you can come to London and and represent the country. So just for the watchers out there are major tournaments coming up. This October, there's going to be Arena of Champions. There's going to be one in November, one in February, March. March will be our nationals in the whole country, and there's going to be April, and then there's going to be an ARF tour. It's an international tournament happening on May. So there's rankings. There's rankings for the sport around it, and if you get enough points, then you will be selected to be part of the national team. So everyone, I encourage you to start learning and start your grind and join those tournaments. So you can come to London hopefully next year.
All right, and lastly, is it truly an honor na, of course, gumawa kayo ng kasaysayan sa sport na basically di natin kilala dahil Roundnet man o Spikeball, pero nagbibigay ng karangalan sa bansa natin like yung ating mga Asian Games athletes. We have won 4 golds right now. So definitely masaya tayo sa mga napanalunan at na-inspire din kayo sa mga pagkapanalunan ng ating mga atleta sa Asian Games, Francis?
This is my connection.
Sorry, Sir Gab. Ano po yun?
Na-inspire ba
Kaput-
kayo sa mga pagkapanalo nga ng ating Asian Games
I
Ah,
think nagputol.
yes, of course. I'm so proud actually. I've been following the Asian Games at the moment, and then I'm so proud kasi a lot of Filipinos are stepping up to represent our country, and so of course, if given the chance, we would really work hard talaga so that we can also be part of them, of us, or parang part of the history na to be able to bring honor
Yeah,
and pride to our country. So yun.
Smart.
pride. I'm sorry, but I was cutting off, so I'm not sure what the question was. Can you
Na-inspire
please
ba
repeat
kayo
that?
sa mga atleta natin sa Asian Games, especially the gold medalists, si EJ, Maggie, Annie, and Gilas?
Oh yes, yes, yes. I really love the idea of of Filipinos already rising, of our sports, and it's really amazing to think about it. I didn't even expect to be part of the national team. Like I'm 28 and I've been jumping to another sport to another, but um, I wasn't expecting all of this. So and now that we've also made a mark to the Asian Roundnet Federation or the International Roundnet Federation, it's also something that we can take pride of, that Philippines was able to um, take their place, and hopefully in the coming years, um, it'll get better.
All right. Thank you so much, Francis and Mark, for joining us this evening. And for sure, after this interview, marami tayong mga Roundnet players ang nais makapaglaro internationally. At of course, mabigyan sila ng karangalan at magkaroon ng mataas pang outcome sa mga susunod na competition. So before we go, bago ako mag-photo op, is it okay na mag-Cebuano kayo o mag-Bisaya kayo mag-closing remarks para at least mapanood dito sa ating mga kababayan sa Dumaguete, no?
Opo.
Alright. So, mag-photo op lang muna tayo. So, thumbs up and smile in 3, 2, 1. Pero ang problema nga lang medyo madilim lang yung yung background ni, Mark, eh, pero okay lang. So, adunay ka ba'y katapos sa mensahe ug mahimo ba natong iaton, ilion ang mga nagtampo sa kampanya sa atong koponan sa ating national team. Mark, your final message po sa ating mga viewers, especially sa buong Negros Oriental na nakipag-cheer sa inyo.
Okay. My fellow Dumagueteños,
Sabi
kanang I am
Bisaya.
proud kay ko ninyo sa inyong hard work, sa inyong pagpaningkamot. Kabalo ko nga naguulta, and kabalo ko nga kanang naapatay ibuga. So karon kabalo na ta sa unsa atong kabangga, kabalo na ta kung unsay di ilang dula. Maningkamot na ta sa sunod atong andamag maayo, kanang kabalo na mo nga kinsa inyong pangduulon, kinsa atong mga inspiration, ato ni siyang kuwaon sa sunod.
Okay, daghang salamat po Mark for joining us, and ang atong katapusang mensahe galing kay Francis sa ating mga sponsors, mga tumatangkilik ng Roundnet. Please go ahead.
So una sa lahat, mapasalamaton mi sa, of course, sa Ginoo sa pag-guide namo. Wala gyud mi nimo gibiyaan. Salamat kaayo, Lord. Sunod sa amo ang mga sponsors dili namo mahimong maabot namo ang amo ang gi hope if wala ang inyong suporta kanamo. So daghan kaayong salamat. And especially sa amo ang mga family and friends na wala jud sila nagsayang sa ay nag-effort yun sila para motabang pud namo sa amo ang dreams and aspirations. So salamat jud kaayo inyong tanan.
Mayroon kayong dadagdag,
Yes.
Mark, o yung mga sponsors natin as a team?
Yes, I don't have all the list, but
Yes,
I would say yes, Franny.
go.
Okay, I wish I have all the list of all the sponsors, but thank you so much.
I can do it.
Sige, pwede
Yes,
si
Franny,
Francis
please,
na.
please.
So first of all, ganahan mi mo pasalamat sa Edge Performance kay tungod nila naami uniforms, and sa Miles Salem Design Studio kay siya nag-design sa amo ang uniform, sa Intali Speech, sa Chaco, Governor Chaco sa Garbaria, ka Mayor Felipe Remulyo, Attorney Dio Remulyo, and sa ubang mga individuals na dili namo maingon karon, salamat kaayo ninyo tanan. And
Alright.
also to Negamo as well.
Ano po, yung isa pa?
Si BM North Negamo po.
All right. And then again, we'd like to thank you, Francis and Mark, for joining us this evening. And we look forward for more international exposure sa ating kupunan. And sana magpatuloy pa ang pag-suporta natin sa Roundnet, gaya nga sa ibang mga sports na ating pinipicture po natin. And we look forward to talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye po and God bless you. Dagang salamat!
Salamat. Thank you so much, Gab.
Salamat po.